All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game. Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25. 5-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Reset. 19. Rip right. Check 24. 24.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
All day, every day, any day.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, 91 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short.
Here we go.
At their own 18-yard line.
This is that.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 2nd and 5 now. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They run it with Balaj. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 13-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown from 13 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Watson, off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on that.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Watson on first down. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. They were looking for Marshall that time. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Mike Evans, 39 yards. And the NFC has taken the lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that now a hit and a loose football? And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Second and 9 at the AFC's 22-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Being chased out left. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Here's Barkley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the NFC adds on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The AFC. Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
You go tight. Now, lady. You got tight right there.
On 1st down, Darnold. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Darnold on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. And he will score. Touchdown, AFC. From 8 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that's picked up by the AFC. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A little jet sweep to start the drive, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here goes Hut. 45, Mike, 45. It's just me. Lady. It's just me and you. Watch the eye. Check. Check 20. Lady.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 1, Jackson, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
At the 17-yard line.
From the 17, Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, We'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And an AFC first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Badgley on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well,
through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40, past the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosales good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the AFC. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first down, it's Darnold. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, Darnold. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He completes it to Evans. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly they're still short for 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Marquise Brown taking it in. And the AFC strikes quickly there for 6. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively, if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game, because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of
pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Ed Oliver, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ed Oliver picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown NFC. Saquon Barkley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next to score, visitors 42. Our home team 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
3rd and 9.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Here we go.
Darnold from the gun. He's going deep for Brown. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Ready? 57, 57's real. Watch twist.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Saquon Barkley as time expires in the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Turn up. Kill, turn up.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Mike Evans. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have now moved out in front. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done.
And he's into the clear. The 20. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Kalen Ballage, 75 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
It's a game of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Alert 3.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there. Yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now you're coming back out. Now they've established this run game. The play-action pass could very well be open.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now Jackson. heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Broken tackle.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Saquon Barkley. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run with Barkley. And he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they have taken the lead. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go ahead and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just applaud what we've seen. That's one of the great records in the NFL. Are you talking about this 6 touchdown runs in a game against an NFL defense? I want to run down. Let's go down there and carry him off the field ourselves. We should do that.
Get his autograph after the game. I know that much.
Don't forget, I know you. Selfie. We'll do a selfie.
Oh, yeah, we'll do a selfie. We'll do a group selfie.
There you go.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Darnold now to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now Darnold. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back,
under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack on 1st down, Darnold. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons, a one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, it's an exhibition-type game. But as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Balaj. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. This will be caught by Brown. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Kalen Balaj with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC has retaken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Play fake, Mayfield. Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Here's a run with Balaj. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Tyree Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the AFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6 points. Here's Badgley now to try to add the... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On third down, Barkley. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the NFC going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On first down, Barkley. Oh, the spin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Badgley on for the extra point. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
so long getting back to my right mind.